All right, how y'all doing this evening? We are here live at WMPR, getting it kicked off. A little bit behind, having technical difficulties, but we're gonna make it work. Is the Wi-Fi on? Don't start with me this evening, Miss Bowman. All right, all right. Good evening, everybody out there, Mississippi House District 66, Hinds County, surrounding areas. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. You know, we're having technical difficulties right now, but we're gonna work it out. You may hear this broadcast a little bit later, but nonetheless, it's gonna still be as good when you see it later as it is right now. All right, so what's going on with you there, Miss Bowman?
I am good. How is everyone? I hope everyone is fine, well, dandy, all of that good stuff.
Look, this reminds me of the Temptations. Was the night before Christmas, and not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. It's so quiet in here today. So, Miss Bowman, what we got going on this evening?
Y'all, he didn't take his medicine. I mean, Alderwoman Gibson, if you listen, please call in.
I got my glasses on today, so I mean, we standing on business, right?
I don't know, because he took medicine, so I don't know what we're saying on.
Oh, did you take yours? No, you've been in bed all day.
Why do you have to tell people business? His nose.
Well, you telling mine. You told me I ain't take my medicine. I'm gonna tell your business. Y'all, she been in bed all day long. She wouldn't even get out. I'm gonna stay in the bed until the show starts.
These are the people that guy was talking about you all. He said the devil will be with you always. All right, you all, let's get it kicked off. Today,
I can take it a step further, but I'm gonna deal with
this Thursday, I want to advertise a few people. So if you're looking for good food, good fellowship, good drink, definitely go out to Shishi Snack Shack. That's in Clinton, Mississippi. Their hours are Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. and on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Address 2601 Frontage Road, Clinton, Mississippi. So definitely go out, patronize a entrepreneur, African American, soul food on Sundays, but Monday through Saturday, short orders. Every now and again, she may throw in something different, but listen, she got some bam and Rice Krispie treats, but I can't eat them anymore because I got braces. But go out, patronize. The food is affordable, and I definitely think that you'll enjoy it.
I'm still waiting for my fish sandwich that you promised me from there.
I did not promise him that. I told him we were going together.
You said you're gonna bring me a fish sandwich. I'm eating a fish sandwich. It's so good. I'm gonna get you one. I still ain't got it yet. I'm gonna starve waiting on you.
Alderwoman Gibson, I hope that you're listening. Please call in. What have you had going on this week? Because I'm talking about you on 99 today.
Well, I have a special announcement. I want to say hello to Miss Darlene Wilson from Utica, Mississippi, our number one fan. She beat Miss Mary Briley today, so Miss Mary Briley gonna be on here in just a moment.
Hey, Miss Darlene, hoping that you are well down there in the big town of Utica.
That is it. We have a lot of stuff going on in the district, which we're gonna get into just a little bit later. Okay. This morning got a chance to go to Utica. I went out there with Representative Foster and Supervisor Bobcat McGowan, and we went out there and we fed the amazing teachers at Utica Elementary Middle School breakfast this morning. And I came on up to Byram Middle School and was able to take care of those teachers out there. So it's just always an honor to be able to support our teachers for all of the work that they do. And look who we got. We have Miss Mary Briley all the way from Columbus, Ohio. She says, praise the Lord from Columbus, Ohio, you too.
Yes. Hey, Miss Briley. So you fed the 5,000 today, I'm assuming. So
I wish I could have done it with how many fish and loaves of bread was it? Because McDonald's is those biscuits they're not cheap like the other stuff. So yeah.
On the caravan, you all.
Yeah.
So that was your week. So I do want to say school is back off, you all. So everybody's getting back into gear. I think we have a couple more that start next week, but definitely be energized, be ready, you all. Go in with an open mind, optimistic. Go in assisting your educators, you all. Don't go in being problematic and dogmatic to them. A lot of them may be just starting out. Everything is new. There are going to be some bumps and bruises in the road, but everyone is allowed an error or two or some or many. But make certain that you definitely go out and support your administrators because they have a tough job. Looking at what we see around us, some of these children are not made from the same cloth that I was made from. So they're very disrespectful. They're definitely ADHD, ADD. And I know things come with that, but that's going back to home training and making certain to you all we're feeding them the right things. I think something is in the food lately with all of these, what you want to call it? What are they putting in there? Artificial flavors.
Red dye number 5 and
Right.
preservatives
Right.
and all that stuff.
Right. So I think they had a lot of issues to do or deal with the behaviors of the children. But definitely, if their child's a problem child, definitely get them the assistance that they need.
But what we need to realize is, as parents, we are not perfect parents. So why do we expect to send our kids to school and expect these teachers to be perfect when these teachers are dealing with 20 or 30 children? And we may have a few in our house to deal with. So we need to give them a little bit of grace when we know that the teachers have our child's best interest at heart. Give them a little bit of grace. So that's what we got to do. I remember back when I grew up, whatever the teacher said was law. If they call my mama and dad and say this and that, they ain't want to hear my side of the story. They say you do what the teacher tell you to do.
Right.
But nowadays, parents are gonna jump on the teachers.
Right.
And so we got to get away from that. And then we wonder why our kids are going along the path that they're going on when we won't allow the village to raise our kids anymore, because it takes a village.
It does.
Here go Miss Mary Browder said, I swore it was ramen noodles when I was teaching. That's a good meal there. That's a real good meal.
Listen, that's all you gonna eat. You didn't argue about it. You ate it and be hungry. Boy.
You better put that put that little seasoning in there.
Oh, some seasoning sauce, good old hot sauce.
And look, if you can really treat yourself, your mom and dad might give you a little bit of cheese to throw over in there. You stir it.
Like cheese.
Oh, I love the cheese in there.
You didn't like cheese?
That's gonna be my dinner.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you never eat noodles?
No.
Oh, look at her. I never ate noodles. Okay, all right.
My children, they loved it, but I never.
That was our meal.
That was our meal. And
Which flavor you want?
I'm gonna tell you now, you mess around and get you one of the red rolls and boil it and cut it up and put it in there.
Oh no, we ain't never done that.
I'm gonna make you one of those. But we have a very, very special guest with us this evening. We're gonna get to her in just a moment, but I got to get my little spiel out. Don't have enough time, so we're gonna have 2 series. So we're gonna talk about some stuff going on. You know, we talk about elected officials here in Hinds County. You know, that is always very, what's the word I'm looking for? Polarizing, nonetheless. When we look at how we have elected officials that constantly try to diminish the work that others are doing instead of working together, that's why Hinds County looks the way that it looks. That's why the city of Jackson looks the way that it looks. And I'm not going to call any names this time, even though the one that I'm alluding to is out there, you know, saying this and that. But y'all, let's get together. Let's congratulate each other and work together to get stuff done, because at the end of the day, it's not about me liking you or you liking me. It's about representing our people and making sure our people have the things that they need. And some of the things that I've been seeing is just completely ridiculous. And it's not going to be tolerated in Hinds County. And I hope you know your constituents are seeing it, because I got a lot of calls from your constituents about about your behavior. And so, you know, just keep on doing it. And in 27, your constituents going to give you a new place to go. You're gonna be able to be in the bed like Ms. Bowman was all day today.
So that sounds a little bit as if you're upset, like the kids say. That sounds like a tool that you got over there. They don't sound like paraprofessional, like we're in a professional development meeting.
No, that's just standing on business. You know, things like this come to a head. I'm tired of seeing elected officials attack other elected officials because they're trying to do the right thing.
Sure.
You know, they're trying to do the right thing. You don't show up to any meetings unless there's some mess involved. But when your community needs you, you don't show up. But if you hear some messes involved, then you want to show up and tell all these tales about what you're doing and how good you are, this and that. But we're in a new era right now where people are seeing through that. You know, we just had a meeting over in South Jackson yesterday, and you were there. And did you see the momentum that was there? We had elected officials came together. We had citizens that came together and are proud of the things that are happening. So the thing is, if you're not going to be part of the solution, then just, you know, stay on the front porch, leave it alone, but stop attacking those that are doing the work.
I totally agree. I want to hit on this really quick before we navigate to something else. And this is not only to elected officials. This is to anyone that has breath in their body. Now, this is my little tantrum for today. You know, I just got out of bed, but I still got it in me. You all, when people are good to you, I'm talking about good. I'm talking about people you don't have to question their loyalty. If you call them, they coming. If you text them, they like, how can I help you? When people are good to you, learn to reciprocate the same favor. And when I say favor, it may not be monetarily. It may not be that I can come to your house and keep your house clean. It may be just saying, thank you, I love you because you did not have to do it. So many times, you all, we walk around thinking people owe us something. Nobody in life owes you anything. And I had to get to that point. I used to be mad with the world, very bitter, because I thought, well, I'm doing good and these people ought to applaud me and they ought to give me a pat on the back and they ought to salute me. You get your crown when you get the glory. If you're looking for man to tell you you did a good job or, oh, I love you unconditionally, if you're looking for man to walk down the straight and narrow with you, I'm here to serve you, notice you won't get it. The same people that uplift you in the same breath, 30 seconds later will be the same people that tear you down. And I'm saying this from...
When you want to let them borrow $5 and you're the worst person in the world.
Come on, I ain't got a temporary yet, but I'm ordering it today because I got to get an air conditioner for my son. I'm ordering it tonight. But you all, I want to say that I have observed it all this week. Well, it's really like family. It's kind of getting to a head where you kind of just get fed up with it. When I know that I'm a person that go above, and I'm just talking about me, I'm being transparent, talking about people in general, people that go above and beyond to help others and do what we can. For myself, I'm not even elected official. I don't get any money from helping people. I do it because I love it, because I remember I was in a place and no one would help me. So now it's like I would never allow someone to sit there and know that I can help them, have the resources and don't. So I just want to say that this evening, you all, I'm observing, especially from our men. Men, stand up and be men. And, you know, I'm on the radio, so I can't say what you
I need that tambourine. Now you need to back because I need to be shaking it now. Say that again.
Men. Like, y'all just around here lackadaisical. You ain't concerned. You just not doing what you need to do. And women, we I'm like my pastor. I'm an equal opportunity person.
All right, Willie Clayton and Pat Brown. Equal opportunity.
Women, we gotta get it together.
Hold men accountable. If you don't hold them accountable, what are they going to do? If you allow them to do that, you allow them to stay in your house, you take them like they're your son, what are they going to do? When you tell them you got to get and work and be a man, then they got to be a man.
And then that's vice versa. Then men, you got women that are using you. You can't see it. You spiritually blind. You can't see it. You're being used. You are lacking in so many areas. And you roll those problems off on other people, thinking it's other people's problems. No, sir, no, ma'am, it is not. It is your problem to go seek counseling. Fabian asks me all the time on Tuesdays, 12:45, I'm going to get on the couch because I know I need help and I need somebody to help me. God put these people here for a reason, to help us, because he knows it's too much for us to bear. So he gave us some assistance. So let's utilize those resources. That's my little tantrum, real quick this evening, but we got to get it together. And I definitely want to say condolences to a young lady's family who was murdered today by her husband. An act of coward cruelty. My grandma always say, you don't love her, send her back home with her mama. My granddaddy say, you can't raise nobody grown. You can't do it. You don't love somebody, get away from them. If you feel like it's been too much, I can't take it no more, move away, ask God to give you the strength. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt, especially when you build things with people and love and feelings are involved and sexual, romantic, all this involved. It's gonna hurt. But I promise you, if you live another day, you can start over. Somebody else will love you again. But if you take that person away, you have to deal with the demons that'll be in you for the rest of your life because you took somebody away from another family. Just like you got a family that people love you, and somebody else got a family that loves them. And so my heart goes out to the young lady. I don't know her. I'm quite certain she's a mother, of maybe 1, 2, 3, whatever it is, but she has a mother, I'm quite certain, living or not, or family, should I just say, that love her. And this was just brutal. Like, I just couldn't. I was on the phone and I was like, I just know this is not happening again in our city. Black folks, we got to wake up. We are trailing down the wrong path.
And that is really why for these past 2 years, I've been working on domestic violence legislation, which we did get passed because it happens. But in this instance, and people with the Facebook crowd and this and that, they're saying that this was going on in their marriage. This and that. I don't care what was going on. Nothing can excuse what that man did to that woman. Correct. You going to that woman's job and murdering her. Nothing can excuse that and can forgive it. She did not deserve that. And so y'all need to stop with this rhetoric and with this garbage. Mm-hmm. And you can pray for this family, because if this was one of your family members, you wouldn't be saying the same thing. Correct. You wouldn't be posting pictures. So you got to have empathy for people. And you got to call these wrongs out when we have wrongs. Like, we can ready to call one out in just a minute. But before we go there, I want you to repeat something you said about the crown.
You get the crown when you get the glory. You don't get it down here.
All right. So everybody listening, so when y'all march up in these funerals with I shall wear a crown on that pillar, putting it on grandmama, granddaddy, your sister, your brother, daddy, Just realize that's just for ceremonial purposes only. They got to get that crown when they get the glory.
Because he gonna give it to you.
Like Mother Moses Burke says, she gonna crown him when she get there. Don't crown him till I get there. So that's where you get your crown up in glory.
That's it.
Because if these folks can give you crowns, heaven will be hell. Because how they promote these people and lift them up on a pedestal when they not doing anything. Heaven will be another.
One word out your way.
And so I thank the Lord that He the one that got a crown. Y'all ready to move on?
Yeah, because I'm coming back to my last announcement at the end of the show.
At the end of the show, all right. You might want to put that now because this getting ready to get heated. We're gonna get all of it out the way. The visitors and all that. Y'all stand as your church affiliation and be recognized. We ain't finna do no 2-minute expression because y'all run 5 minutes. So come on, it's fun. Get on out the way.
Our last announcement, you all, before we going back to Hines County. We stay in Hines County today. We leave no other county. We staying right here. This Saturday, car and bike block party, Saturday, August 2nd, 2025. Again, She Snack Shack, 2601 South Frontage Road, Clinton, Mississippi. Gates open at 10. No, I'm sorry, gates open at 12. Show starts at 6. $10 admission, free food while it lasts. Tents and coolers are welcome. And this is being held by Abraham Johnson. And so go out and support the event. I'm not only supporting because he's my brother. He's gonna do something great. You know, he usually give away some good gifts and some monetary prize. So take what you have. It's good food, fun, and fellowship. You all good. You know, you don't have to worry about any crime or fighting because he definitely does not tolerate this. If you come with your armed weapons and all that, he gonna definitely have you removed by Hines County Sheriff. So make sure you go out and support the event on this Saturday. All right, I'm ready to go to Hines County.
You got one more announcement. Auntie ain't finna get me Tabernacle Ministries.
What they got going on?
Remember I sent you the file?
Sure did.
Auntie, that's Miss Bovenover. You say that to the end of the show.
Yeah, I'll say that too because they have some over there today.
All right, so we have a very, very special guest on our show this evening. It is none other than Miss Dallas DeSanders. We want to thank you so much for coming on. Understand what's been going on. You know, we've been talking about it, you know, giving little bits and pieces of what's going on. And thank you for your vulnerability to come on and share your story, because your story and your testimony is going to help so many people.
Definitely.
And, you know, even since you've been on Facebook, you know, kind of telling people what's going on, people have been coming forward. And these are things that we're not able to stand for, you know, here in Hines County, anywhere. And we're all about fairness and we're all about justice and we're all about doing the right thing. It's not to attack anybody. We just want people to do the right thing. When you're in an elected position, you're held to a higher standard by the Lord than other people because you have the ability to make people's lives better. But when you're not doing that, hey, we got to step in and get to it. Are you ready, Ms. Bowman?
I'm ready.
All right, so we are going to go back in our time machine back to February 9th of 2017. And I want everybody to understand that what I'm reading for, this is not something that we heard from the street committee. These are court records. This is all in documents, and we can provide the receipts. All right, so just a little bit of background. I have one of my really good friends here, Ms. Dallas DeSanders. Been knowing her for over 20 years, known her whole family. I've seen her kids grow up. I grew up with some of them. I got to say I grew up with them because I feel old if I say I watch them grow up. But I know this family, and I know what they've been going through. And so ultimately what happened, there was a custody dispute with Ms. Sanders' grandson between the mother and father. And so it started, what year did this start?
Oh, it started in 2015.
So 2015.
Yeah.
So they have been in court back and forth since 2015. Now, this is what I have. I have a court transcript dated February 9th, and it's a transcript of ruling before the Honorable Patricia D. Wise. She's no longer on the bench. She has retired, but I'm reading this because I just want to let everybody know, you know, where it all started. And so what happened is the father was asking for, visitation, with the son. And so, and I'm not going to read the whole because it's very long, but these are the words from Judge Wise. It says, he will pick up his child from daycare on Fridays, and his name better be on. And I use the word better be on that list. I'm going to go down a little bit. Line 16 says, the right thing for your son, whether you agree or not agree, but the right thing for your son is not to be raised by a single mother. That's the right thing, and by a grandmother. A little boy needs a male figure in their lives, period, and not to be toted around by mothers, grandmothers, and a couple of uncles. That's not the right thing for a child who has a father who wants to be in their life. That's not right. That's what you hear on TV all the time. And you don't want to raise a child that's been toted around by a mother and a grandmother and a couple of uncles when they get to be 13, 14 years old. So, what this says right now is that a male, if you have a male child, that it doesn't matter who the father is or what he is or what type of person he is. This saying that a single mother cannot raise a child. This saying a grandmother cannot raise a child. And I'm trying to figure out, where does this come from? When I was a kid, my parents were divorced. My father was still very present, but I was raised by a single mother. And I think I turned out okay, regardless of what Ms. Bowman say over here. I think I turned out okay. When we look at President Barack Obama, he was raised by a single mother, the president of the United States. We have so many people, young men, that were raised by single mothers, single parents. So I want to know, where in the world is this justified? What scientists have said it? Does the Bible say it? I mean, where are you getting this from? Saying that just because he's a boy that he needs to have a father in his life, the father say he wants to be in this life, when the father has not dictated the actions and personality of a father who wants to be in life. All right, yeah, we're gonna move on a little bit further. All right, can you cue that up for me? So I want to show y'all something. So this order by Judge Wise, this was February 9th, 2017. And so it was very painful, for this child's mother, but she wanted to, be a law-abiding citizen, and go by the court order, go by the ruling of the court. So what did she do? She forced her child to go for visitation. So picture this: on July the 9th, 2017, a few months later, after a few visitations, I want y'all to hear a little audio of what happened when they were taking this young man to be with his father. There's a volume up on it.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, we technically we got it. That's a little bit of it. So, okay, Ms. Dollar. That's a little bit of it. Now, and I'm going to tell you from my experience. Like I told y'all, my parents were divorced. My father had visitation. But when I saw that Lincoln come pull up for visitation, I was excited. I never cried. When you have a child that's crying, pleading, and asking for help, boys are ready to see their father. Oh, daddy coming. I'm ready to go enjoy the weekend. For that child to be crying like that, you hear the pain in his voice. That's a problem. 2017 gets further. So we're going to move on forward. So Judge Wise retired around 2017. She wasn't seeking re-election. And so in 2018, her daughter, Crystal Wise Martin, decided to run for her seat. Now I want to read something from the Mississippi Free Press. This is Mississippi Free Press. They're good. They do interviews on candidates. And this is what Judge Martin said. I presently serve Hinds County as a Hinds County Assistant Prosecutor. I have worked closely with Child Protective Services to provide an ideal home environment for the children. When children feel safe and loved, they typically turn into better citizens for the community. I agree with that. Whole does not necessarily mean mother, father, and children. So that may mean aunts, grandparents, raising nephews, nieces, and grandchildren. As a current single mother, my whole family consists of me raising my 4 children with the help of my parents. So this is Judge Wise's daughter. Now, Judge Wise just said that, young men cannot be raised by a single mother. And Judge Martin is saying, well, Judge-elect Martin, because at the time she wasn't a judge, saying that she's a single parent. Another question was, what are the characteristics of a good judge? And it says a good person makes a good judge. Compassion, humility, integrity, and understanding. The ability to listen first and render judgment later, all while being effective in hearing matters. I believe a good judge is fair and impartial to individuals despite color, gender, economic status, or relationships. My faith and life experience have taught me to be compassionate, humble, understanding, and unbiased. So she went on to win, her seat as a Chancery Court judge. And, I have a ruling by her that was issued because when she took over, she inherited this case. So December 16, 2022 is when this case came back again. And I'm going to tell you, this is what it says. I'm just going to read a few excerpts. So it was a guardian ad litem. The guardian ad litem, which basically represents children. So the guardian ad litem, which was attorney Angela Marshall, said that she did not find any substantiation to any of the allegations of sexual abuse made towards the father. Now, this is what she said in this ruling. However, we have right here a recommendation from Angela Marshall that says, this is dated January 24, 2021. It says that the guardian ad litem believes that this child has gone through more than his share of trauma for a 6-year-old. In this matter, she believes that the alleged abuser, maintains innocence. And Ms. Sanders maintains her position that allegations are true. And so the guardian ad litem follows the law that children are entitled to a meaningful relationship with both children as long as they're safe. So based on the child's reaction on November 28, 2019, during a supervised visit with the guardian ad litem, which is Angela Marshall, she believed that the child would be traumatized by a change in custody or with unsupervised visitation with the father at this time. Okay, that was the rule. That was the recommendation from the guardian ad litem. But guess what? Before they went back to court again on October 6th, she made another recommendation. And in this recommendation, she says that she believes that the efforts established by the father establish and maintain a healthy and loving relationship with his son and have been thwarted by Ms. Sanders, the mother, repeated attempts to keep him out of the child's life. She said Mr. Sanders, but that's the wrong name. So the father believed that his having a relationship with his son is an inconvenience. I want to back up a little bit. The judge ordered that the child go through a psychiatric evaluation through Dr. Chandler and Associates, Well, guess what happened? There was a complaint filed, and he was sanctioned because he copied and pasted the case notes from the interactions he had with the child. So he did not do due process in determining this. And so the judge knows this. Nothing else has happened with this. So we're just trying to make sense out of all of this to figure out what is going on when we have a child that's being harmed. And I'm going to tell y'all, there are, we have seen pictures, before and after pictures, and y'all heard the recording. It's clearly obvious that something is not right. When is Miss Ballister? When is the last time y'all have been in court?
It was August the 13, 2024.
August 13, 2024. Her grandchild has been taken away from her for almost 3 years. The judge has ordered a no contact order. She would not even allow the mother to have a Skype or Zoom conversation with her child. When they go to court, she doesn't even require the father to bring the child to court. We have no idea knowing if the child is dead or alive because she has not put eyes on it. No school records have been requested. No home study has been done. And so we just want to know, where is the justice in that? There is absolutely no justice as far as we can see. And we're not going to show the pictures, but I'm going to let you see these pictures, Brittany. These are pictures showing the abuse of the child, showing abuse.
So I just have a question.
This is the father right here.
So were these pictures that type of language?
Yeah, looking
this
like
come from a social media post.
Yeah, that's what he posted. This is public record. You said it looking like a reject of Beyonce because Beyonce sued you. She see you up here calling yourself Beyonce.
So let me ask this question.
But that's the best interest of the child right there. When they have all of this, that's the best interest of the child.
So this was presented in court.
Yes.
And so
sitting in the bathroom on the toilet.
So this is presented in court. And so
this young man reached out to me after the no contact order. He reached out to me on social media. He found me on social media to reach out to me, and he told me that he was being abused. He was talking to me. He didn't talk to anybody in the family. He talked to me, told me he was being abused. We asked for an emergency hearing. I went down there to give testimony, and my testimony wouldn't even be heard. It would not even have been opened up for testimony to talk about what this young man has been going through. Now, for this young man to go through all efforts to find me and reach out to me, that lets you know that there's something wrong right there. He's not making this stuff up.
So this is my question. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna play you. I got to rewind a little bit.
Yeah. It's a lot of unpacking. And
so
like
we're gonna have some several episodes.
Oh,
it's a movie. It's a documentary.
This is gonna be a documentary. We need to call Netflix. Because Tyler Perry couldn't make something like this. We are gonna keep on talking about it until this young man is returned home. I don't care what it takes. He will be going home because this is not right. And for people that are sitting around and not doing nothing about it, and they're laughing and they're being promoted, talking about how great you are, how good you are, and what you're doing. No, we're going to talk about it. Ms. Cassandra Peterson said, I've seen many cases like this one when I worked for CPS. That's why I left, because I didn't get support from the judge. Ms. Peterson, you're saying a mouthful. CPS has been called several times. They won't even release the records.
Well, I want to go here. That's why I said I'm a back up to about a single mother can raise a boy, a black boy. My mom did the best she could with what she had. My dad was in prison, but he was definitely abusive to my mom. My dad took a shovel and an axe, hit my mom. She still has a scar on her face today for where he hit her. My brothers were trying to go run and catch him to kill him, and somebody else hid him out because my brother said if we get him, we're going to kill him because he abused our mama. That man did all of that. And still, I grew up to say, oh, I love my daddy. I love my daddy. But saying that to say, I didn't punish my dad for that, but that caused me, and I'm preaching, but you're gonna get the message in a minute where I'm going with this. It caused me to endure a lot of pain with my child and with my childhood coming up. And so with my child, I came up, I was heartbroken. It prompted me to go attract men that I knew did not have my best interest at heart. I'm a single mom today, but you know why? I was looking for love in all the wrong places. I saw what my dad did to my mom, so in my eyes, oh, that means if a man do you like that, he loves you.
He loved you, really loved you.
Oh, he loves me. So all through high school, I never forget Dr. Theophilus King. He's still living today. He told my mom in 7th grade in Southwell Middle School. He said her dad has to be. My mom said, yeah, he was killed by gun violence in the city of Jackson. He said, I can tell because of her attitude, her demonstration showing she's lacking that male support. My mom said, well, she has brothers. He said, but you can still tell when a girl does not have a father. I was looking for attention from the wrong people. My dad, what I saw, it attributed to my adulthood, my childhood. That's why I say I'm going full circle. You're going to catch my message in a minute. I'm going saying this to
all
say
right,
this
Pastor,
about
you
this
finna close,
child.
Pastor.
Yes, this child is what this child is enduring is going to lead to his adulthood. This is going to impact him. If he does not receive the right emotional support and counseling, he's going to be traumatized for the rest of his life. I'm telling you this because here I am, raising my hand. It happened to me as a child. That's why today I still see a counselor, because what I suffered as a child, my mom didn't know at the time, oh, this child need to be going to counseling because all this abuse that she's seeing. Today, that's why I'm still suffering. That's why I haven't had what we say successful marriages.
That's a show. I surely have.
Right. I hadn't had that. I hadn't had a successful relationship because of what I saw. I'm traumatized. I'm scared to go down that road again because of what I saw. This baby has to get the help that he needs. He's a young black boy. He can come from it and thrive. It's going to take some time. But for a black woman to say that, and you, Ray, I'm quite sure she probably have a male. If she not, she got a nephew or somebody that's a black male. You got to be supportive.
He has 2 uncles, 2 great uncles.
No, I'm talking about the judge. I'm quite sure she has a male child.
Yes, she does.
I'm quite sure not. She has a male nephew. You have seen this. You have witnessed his women raise black men that trying to be successful. So that's an untrue statement that should have never been made. You don't prophesy things like that in people's lives.
And so I guess what this says, what this judge, what both of these judges, I guess what they're saying is that if you're a single mother, you go and find any man out there on the street and say that you have a male son, he need this male figure. You need to realize all influences aren't good influences.
You better come on preach.
Now, what I will agree with and what science in the textbook says is that kids that come from homes for 2-parent households, they thrive, they do good, but they talk about good parents. They don't talk about abusive situations. And so you can discuss
not only physical.
That's it. Exactly. It's mental.
That's it.
It's mental. So I know some people that come from 2-parent households, abusive relationships. Mm-hmm. Oh, we're gonna stay together for the kids, and the kids grow up and end up on drugs and jail, robbing, still doing everything else because of the trauma that they suffer. So, and you know, when it talks about now in this from Jackson Free Press, now if I'm making it up, y'all just call me out on it. Mississippi Free Press. But it says in there that, you know, a good judge is supposed to be impartial. Where's impartiality if you're saying
what you said the judge supposed to be?
Impartial?
Something else you told me before.
Fair and unbiased.
And you said we had a blindfold on.
And have a blind. Yeah, lady, you're supposed to have a blindfold.
Okay.
And supposed to look at the facts.
Okay.
You're not supposed to look at, well, he has this or she has this. You're supposed to hear the facts. What's in the best interest of the child? And when this child was with his mother, he had good grades in school. He played sports. A great, intelligent child. Exactly. And Judge Martin said that he was too smart when she talked to him. He talks too much because he's an intelligent young man. Discipline. He needs discipline. He wasn't disrespectful. Nope. He just understands his surroundings. Mm-hmm. This young man is so brave. When he was 3 years old, he was able to come home and report that this man was abusing him to his mother and show them what that man did to him.
At the age of 3?
3. Wasn't it 3?
It was 2, 3.
3 years old. He was able to report abuse.
CPS was contacted. Nothing.
Well, I believe CPS. Nothing happens.
That's what happens. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. You get no results.
Yeah.
I know you're not lying because I stood before a judge in Hinds County. When me and my child's father was going through child support, and she told me, "You shut up and listen because he's talking." And before I knew it, I told her, "You got your people confused because I ain't gonna shut up. You better call the bailiff because I can produce the receipts. These fraudulent things he done picked up that he say he do on the weekends, and I'm sitting here suffering. I had to count coins. Now my baby was born in 2011. I ain't talking about like folks at 1950. I would count coins, go buy Pampers. And you gonna tell me to shut up in a courtroom? This was another Hinds County judge. But like you said, they're all in cahoots. Yes. They're all in this college, these colleague buddies. They're prominent. She was a judge from Terry. They have all these big subdivisions. And that's when she stood in that courtroom telling me, you better hush and be quiet and shut up because he's speaking. He walked right on out of there and told her another good fancy lie of why he couldn't pay child support. But I was persistent. I was like, you ain't gonna give up because he gonna pay me. I'm gonna show him he got the right one. He barked up the wrong tree. I'm gonna show him. And to this day, that judge is no longer on the bench. Be careful to see you so because what's gonna happen?
It's gonna come right back around. Be careful what you plant.
Oh,
You reap what you sow, so be careful what you sowing because it's gonna come back to you. Not gonna be on that bench.
If you on there, might even know you on there. Might be mine gone.
But you know what? She's sitting up there now. She's sitting a little high, looking low, but she didn't realize somebody sitting much higher than her and look much lower. And that's who is going to take care of it. And so, Ms. Sanders, can you tell us a little bit about, because we've been working on this for some time. It's not that this is the first thing or we just come and talk about it. Can you tell the listeners kind of a little bit of the history, like how long y'all been dealing with this, what y'all have gone through with it?
We have been in court, I can't even tell you how many times. And he has always filed for us to come to court all the time. First of all, he lies and say that, my daughter is keeping my grandson from him, which is a lie. He stopped coming to see him. So then, he goes to court, then he lies and say, well, she won't let me see him. So we back in there again. Mind you, every time we go in court, we have to pay for us attorney. We don't have the luxury of somebody picking up a phone call down there at Chancery to making sure that they contact Butler and Snow to make sure he get a pro bono attorney. Our mission first to get a pro bono attorney.
Slow down. So Butler and Snow pro bono, that's one of the top law firms here.
Okay. Pro bono attorney.
I did everything.
We have had to pay for him. He have not had to pay for anything. And then when we talk about that, it's not about the money. It's about my grandchild. It's about my daughter's son. It's about getting him home, getting him help.
Oh, he coming home.
He coming home.
You tell him
he's coming home. Yes, that's where my strength come from. Mm-hmm. That's who I trust because I know how man is. We have been to JPD. We done been down to CPS. We done been down to the commissioner's office. There was even a social worker that went out there to the house. She said she didn't see those bruises on him.
And we just saw the pictures.
Where we have documentation. The same day she said that she went and didn't see any, we have the pictures of.
Let me ask this. Have you contacted the director of him? Well, they were too busy stealing money, so they couldn't do nothing. I'm sorry, I forgot. They were stealing money and patting each other's pockets and playing and going building up USM while folks out here hungry and can't choose to be abused. So, did you ever contact the director of Department of Human Services?
CPS. You spoke to CPS. What about
CPS?
But not the actual director for the Mississippi Department of Human Services.
We was guided to, her name was Kimberly Wheaton because she was over the children's department downtown. Was that North State Street?
Mm-hmm.
She's a deputy commissioner.
Okay, so that's where we went down to.
Okay, so we need to get somebody above her.
That's who we talked to.
Okay, carry on.
And then she appointed a special investigator. So we found out information about this special investigator. This ain't no hearsay, what we found out about him. We saw the evidence. She said that this wasn't on there. He looked it fine. You see the pictures for yourself. My grandbaby have never been neglected the way he is now.
And I can testify to that.
Never.
Because your hair pretty.
Oh.
I'm talking about it's silky fine, y'all. That's the one of them good perms. From my head back in the day, baby.
Was it dark and lovely?
The other box. What was that other one?
What was it? What's the other one?
It's another one. It's an
dark
old
and
one.
lovely. That was dark and lovely.
That was dark and lovely.
Yeah.
With the pretty hair.
With the pink box. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My mom used to get all the time.
That hair too pretty. It's laid, baby.
But what she's saying, because her grandson was in Tennessee, and so he would come down and visit. And I remember we come down to visit. We take my kids and him go on vacation, both her grandkids. Yeah. We'd have been out there fishing. Yeah. He was a happy kid all the time, just smart, happy. And so,
but the judge said he needs to be removed because he talks too much.
He talks too much. He was baptized. Before he was taken from us. He was at church every single Sunday. He loves church. Y'all have no idea what this has done to our family. I know what it has done to him. They don't understand the trauma that my grandson is going to have
He's gonna have some.
His mother, his grandmother,
Already traumatized.
really? My
I-
baby used to talking to me every single morning before he go to school. He on video, I'm watching him. In the evening when he come home, we doing homework together, we talking, everything. I fly up there, surprise him. We do go out of town, go on vacation. That's what we do. You take him away because you believe in what this person done said. She won't let us talk. She cuts every attorney we have off in there. She downgrades my daughter. My daughter has came out that courtroom crying because of what she has said to her, how she has treated her, how she have talked about her. She looks down on all of us like we ain't nothing. But one day, that man up above,
One
I
day
tell you,
mornings.
it's coming. It's coming because I trust him and I know. And I say this happening to my family, but I know it's happening to more families.
Oh yeah.
More
It is.
families.
It is.
I say it's bigger than us.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so happening that the Lord chose
He
my
used
family
you the vessel.
and to go through this.
To expose this corruption.
Absolutely.
This is exactly what it is.
Absolutely. And when I tell you how they lie, JPD, y'all next. CPS, y'all, I'm coming. I'm coming. I will do anything for my grandson. He needs to come home. He needs to come home now. We have done everything we were supposed to do. Every dime, everything. Pay the Garnett lighter. And that's another thing right there. You chose the Garnett lighter. You chose the therapist.
And the
You
therapist,
didn't-
tell me what happened with the therapist.
Exactly. The therapist talked to him maybe 3, maybe 4 times for less than 15 minutes altogether. He done came to a whole conclusion as if he know us. He's getting his information from the plaintiff, which are all lies. He get on the stand. He lies about everything. But your records you done copied and pasted the exact same thing that have absolutely nothing to do with us, do with my grandson. Really?
And he's been sanctioned. Y'all filed a complaint, and they found that he was in violation, and he got sanctioned and had to do continuing education.
Absolutely. We also filed a complaint on the judge and, of course, the Garnett lighter. We knew nothing was going to happen. We knew it. They are all in cahoots down there in Chancery, in Hines County. They're not going to do anything. But I tell you, one day, y'all not going to be in those positions. You don't know what your children are going to become in life. You don't know who may have to help them. My grandson may have to help them one day. My other grandsons may have to help them one day. But don't get too high to think you got more power than God. Because he's coming.
He sure is.
It's coming. I want my grandson. I want my grandson home, and it don't need to be long. We done been through enough. My grandson has suffered enough. I don't care what they say. He said he didn't do it. Of course they gonna say he didn't do it. We got therapist records where my grandson was in Tennessee, but she didn't want to accept it because you know why? She said the father didn't have anything to do with this particular therapist. Really? Well, we have documentation where we had his forensics in Pearl where the father said no, he was not going to take him to therapy.
Refused.
He refused
to take him to
to
therapy.
take him to therapy. Why? You don't have nothing to hide. Why? And now when we went back to court in August. Now, mind you, my grandson been gone since December 16, 2022. He have had no therapy whatsoever. When we went back in court, my daughter's attorney mentioned about therapy. So when his attorney said, okay, then that's when she went along with it. He can get therapy. But you know what happened? She said, okay, Miss Sanders, you find the therapist. My daughter lives in Tennessee. She has a no contact order. Now she is responsible for finding a therapist. She had to call at least 10 therapists because he didn't want those therapists.
And tell her what else your daughter has to do to win a therapist.
Oh, she have to pay for every visit. Now, mind you, this is what the judge said. The insurance is supposed to pay for therapy, which we know you getting Medicaid or whatever, that was supposed to pay for the therapy session. He went in there and told them whatever. They contacted my daughter and said, you got to pay. This initial visit is $110. Every time he comes, it's $90. I told my daughter, pay it. I don't care, pay it. I'll pay it if I have to pay it.
Because that judge will find her in contempt
Absolutely.
if it's not done.
Anything, she will find her something because she don't like us. That's what these attorneys that we have had have said. She don't like y'all. She don't know us.
And the thing
You're
is,
gonna judge.
she don't have to like you, but she has to follow the letter
Facts.
of the law. That's what
Facts.
justice is. And to put things in perspective, I'm a foster parent. I have had so many foster children that have come from abusive situations, all kind of stuff. And every single foster child I've had, CPS has done everything in their power to make sure that these kids maintain relationships with their parents, which have, in cases, abused them. Now, why is it that there's a no contact order against this young lady who has never abused this child, no history of abuse, no court order, no nothing, a no contact order? Second thing that we found out is when a no contact order is put in place, it has to have an expiration date. This has not been defined as to when this no contact order should exist. Now, when this young man was with his mother, guess what happened? She ordered that he had to do Skype visitations or Zoom visitations, whatever it was. How often was it? Every day, wasn't it?
It was about 3 times a week. They had to do that. No matter what was going on, he had basketball practice, football practice. He had to stop in the middle and get on that Zoom. And most of the time, he wouldn't even get on there.
He would, and
We kept a record of all of it.
And I witnessed it because we were on vacation down in Biloxi or down in that area. And, my kids and your grandkids were swimming. And I took the phone. I said, I'm going to make sure. I sat there on Zoom and I called him. I said, come on, get out the pool so you can do this Zoom. We sat there for 30 minutes.
Yes.
He did not get on there.
No. The records that we kept for it, I mean.
And why was he found in contempt? That's a contempt. If you're never getting on there, I can understand if you can't make it there with son, I can't make that, got something going on. But you never come to it 3, 4, 5 times.
And then he just stopped altogether. When we told her this, absolutely nothing. Because like I said, she believed everything that he said. And I'm going to say this. We are women. We've been hurt. I've been hurt.
Woo! Baby was tambourine.
But what I have gone through, I don't put that on anybody else. I can't help what happened to you. I didn't do it.
Come on,
You have to go to God in prayer for that.
And get on somebody's couch.
Who's going to have to heal you? My family didn't do it. These other mothers that have came through this courtroom didn't do it. These other people. I also have a documentation where a young lady was in the courtroom. She was made to apologize for something. Judge ordered her to apologize.
Court order.
So when I say it ain't just us, we are just the ones who have come to the forefront on what's going on. I want my grandson home.
We're not going to stop talking until he
I
gets home.
want my grandson home because I'm not going to stop. My family is not going to stop. I don't care who like it and who don't like it. I don't care. It's wrong. You know you're wrong. You know you're wrong. I don't know who made the Garnett Lightem change her recommendation. But all that investigating Angela Marshall did, then to turn around and change it, really? So all this is null and void.
I'm going to cut in for a second. So when this recommendation was changed, y'all questioned.
We questioned it.
And y'all asked that Angela Marshall come and testify about it, right? And can you tell them what happened when y'all asked, when the attorney get an order to ask Angela Marshall to come in? Because, if she changed her recommendation, that's her right, but you need to be able to justify. So what was Angela Marshall's justification? Or when she testified, what did she say?
The attorney came into the room and he said that the Garnett Lightem, she changed her recommendation. Okay, we said, why? He said, well, she has the right to change her recommendation. We said, okay, she needs to get on there and she needs to say why she changed it. He said she will not take the stand because she don't know what the questions are going to be.
Whoa. So she wouldn't take the stand because she didn't know what the questions were going to be. So the judge couldn't put her under oath and ask her. The judge, I'm not a judge, I've never been to law school, but if I'm a judge and I see a recommendation that says this child should absolutely not be around this man unsupervised, and then you change it and say, well, he should be because that's good. I want to at least know why. can you come in here and sit on this? And she owes it to the family.
Absolutely.
Because if Angela Marshall got to understand, she could say, well, I changed my recommendation because I found XYZ out.
Exactly.
Why are you caring about the questions that are going to be asked if you're giving truthful answers?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So she was not made to testify.
No.
So all we know is this: the recommendation was changed, and we don't know
that's
why.
it. And then she got off the case. Yeah. Not to mention, she collected about $2,500 from us, and get this. Then the judge ordered another $800 to $900 for my daughter to pay. Why?
Can you just an estimate? What would you say your family has spent in legal fees for attorneys and all that? Just an estimate.
Oh wow. It's almost probably $100,000 on all this, what we've been going through. Everything. Not, and I just want to say this. The judge claimed that, okay, my daughter moved to Tennessee. Mind you, my daughter still came down here every other weekend to bring my grandson down here. So
To comply with the court order.
Exactly, to have visitation. Screaming and hollering, she's still bringing them. Every Friday, had to take him out of school on Friday, so he can be here at 6 o'clock that evening. And then on Sunday, she get him back at 6 that evening, then drive 8 hours back home. Mind you, he got school the next morning. Everybody say, okay, then why didn't you go back in and get a modification? You know why? Because when we was in Judge Crystal Wise's courtroom, February the 6th, 2019, she said, you better not come in my courtroom again. If you do, you're not gonna like it. So we suffered through it.
You're not going to like it.
We can't win.
Why would you're not going to like it? Well, you're a judge, so you're supposed to be hearing cases. And really, what it all boils down to at the end of the day, when we talk about Chancery Court, they hear civil matters of land and custody. When we talk about a Chancery Court judge, it's one person that they're supposed to be looking out for. That's the best interest of the child. Not you, not him, not anybody.
Exactly.
And I mean, like I say, from what I see in the documentation, from what I see, because I've been in the courtroom with y'all at least 4 times towards the end, and from what I've witnessed and how I've seen court conducted, hey, if there is an answer, I mean, I would love to know it and hear it. Whatever your rationale behind this is, you owe that to everybody, to the family, to both sides.
Absolutely.
Instead of just saying, well, no, the child can't go there, no contact, not even visitation.
Nothing.
What does she not realize the damage that this has happened to?
Do she care? It's not her child. It's not her child.
I'm gonna tell you what they say. Sometimes at funerals, in years when I grew up, they say today is this family's day.
Absolutely.
Tomorrow can be yours.
Absolutely.
So you be careful of what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Well, y'all, it's getting good. This is the beginning of the series. We got to go before Sheriff Jones come and put us off. But y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. We're going to continue with this story. Please keep the Sanders family in your prayers. This is not over. I mean, it's just the beginning. And we are going to keep on working until we get answers and get this young man back home, because what's happening is, it's just not right. And so, y'all, we will see y'all next week, same time, same place. Ms. Mary Briley said blessings to you for the weekend. Ms. Cassandra Ward Peterson says some of the workers are unethical at CPS. Ms. Mary Briley said take it to the Mississippi Supreme Court. And so you have the support.
Absolutely. Thank y'all so much.
We are here with you.
Thank you so much, Faith.
We're here with you, and we're gonna fight, and we're gonna talk, and we're gonna get the word out there as to what is going on until we get the answers that we deserve. That's a problem now. We have too many people that are complacent. They want to go with the flow. Oh, I'm not gonna rock the boat, but I will rock and flip it over when something wrong is not being done. Because if you don't say anything, that's it. Because if you don't say something and call it wrong, you just as wrong as the person that's doing it.
Absolutely.
Just as guilty.
I just want to say one more thing. Anybody see my grandson, just tell him that we love him and to keep on praying. Just keep on praying. He's coming home.
He is. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We'll see y'all next week, same time, same place. 90.1. Hopefully, the antenna to be back up. The lightning knocked it out. But we'll see y'all. Ms. Jones, good evening. Good evening to. I'm sorry, great evening to you. Thank y'all so much, and please keep the Sanders family in your prayers.
All right, we'll see y'all next Thursday.